Good morning and welcome to the Thumb Through Education Research Made Approachable. Today we're looking at an article titled Instruction, Quality, or Working Condition, the Effects of Part-Time Faculty on Student Academic Outcomes in Community College Introductory Courses. Now let me pull my notes up here. We're actually going to read the abstract of this article in full because it contains much meaningful information that I don't believe that I could have stated better myself. Let's put it that way, in a more succinct way, because it's so rich and potent. So the abstract says more than half of community college courses are taught by part-time faculty. Drawing on data from 6 community colleges, this study estimates the effects of part-time faculty versus full-time faculty on students' current and subsequent course outcomes in developmental and gateway courses using course fixed effects and propensity score matching to minimize bias arising from student self-sorting across and within courses. Researchers found that part-time faculty have negative effects on student subsequent enrollments. These negative effects are driven by results in math courses, and they also found that course schedules could explain substantial proportions of the estimated negative effects, while faculty individual characteristics could not. Survey results on faculty professional experiences suggest that part-time faculty had less institutional knowledge regarding both academic and non-academic services, and so researchers infer that inferior working conditions for part-time faculty rather than inferior instructional practices contribute to the negative effects observed on student subsequent course enrollment. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty a little bit. We're going to talk about the inference first. Inferior working conditions for part-time faculty rather than inferior instructional practices contribute to the negative effects observed on students' subsequent course enrollment. That is the overarching idea here. So to get into a little bit more of the details, we've seen an increasing reliance on part-time faculty in post-secondary education. If you've been a higher ed student or if you work in higher ed, you probably are aware of this. And there are 2 common hypotheses on why part-time faculty presence affects student outcomes, one related to faculty members' individual characteristics and the other 2 one's working conditions. Now, to address the first, colleges ought to focus on recruiting faculty members with characteristics associated with better student outcomes, according to this research. And then to address the second, colleges should provide better support for part-time faculty and integrate them more fully into the institution. And these 2 mediators, as the researchers explain, are not mutually exclusive. Now, addressing the student outcomes found in this research, they found that students taught by part-time faculty have better course outcomes in both developmental and gateway courses, but are less likely than their peers to enroll in the next course in the sequence. Those who do enroll are equally likely to pass, which is a difference more pronounced in math than in English. Now, there are many factors at play, such as night class or, having an advisor, having an instructor who can help you with enrollment in further courses. And if they're a part-time faculty member, they're less likely to be familiar with the processes for these things. So through this research, this is how they found that the working conditions of the part-time faculty are more influential in this negative way than the individual characteristics of part-time faculty as a category of employees at the university. So thank you so much for listening. I know this one was a little bit rambly. It has been a while since I've been able to do one of these. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day and never stop learning.